Okay, so we have a Wednesday, March 6, 2024 grid to jump into, but we're going to wind down today with a nitro espresso with hazelnut liqueur. I'm using the Frangelico and the little tiger keg, which you can get for not a lot of money. It runs on CO2. I found it's best if you put 2 cartridges in, so let one fully charge it, take the CO2 cartridge out, the spent one, put a new one in, and it's pretty amazing. So it just comes flying out of that thing, and it is really, really good. Like I said the other day, with Frangelico or any hazelnut liqueur, it's not really about making sure you don't get too much of it in and you'll ruin the drink, because you won't. It really is just about, you could just have a splash of coffee in your Frangelico. It's that good. I'm having mostly coffee here, so I'll be up a while tonight, but that's fine. I'm sure the wine I'll be tapping into later will help ease that just a bit. In the meantime,
You can hear all the doctors telling you why exactly what you just said is not going to work. But
I can hear it. I can hear it. I work with those people. I know what they're going to say. Okay, so what we have here now, let's go ahead and jump into this grid. What do we got? No, wait a minute. We said that we were going to either do downs or crosses today. So I think we're doing crosses. I can't remember, but we're going to do crosses. So lead into box or bug.
I thought you were doing downs because you did a crosses yesterday.
Well, I should have started it out that way because I've already gone to crosses again. Why don't we just do the puzzle? We'll do downs only on next Monday or something. We don't.
Yeah.
See?
Save those for the easy days.
Exactly. Exactly. So let me get this adjusted just a wee bit here. Okay. Lead into box or bug. I'm thinking... No, I don't know what I'm thinking yet. Candy whose name derives from the German Pfefferminz, and that's Pez. There's a Pez dispensers. They had all kinds of funky thing. Airbnb had one in 2020 for sure, and I'm assuming that's an IPO. I mean, I can't imagine what else it is going to be for 3 letters. So now we've got lead into box or bug. I'm thinking that's a pill box or a pill bug. Weapon whose name has 2 accents. Well, okay, that's an épée, but if we were spelling it correctly, we would use the French diacritics of l'accent aigu, which is where they're kind of going forward from the tilt. And if they're going forward, that's the acute accent. And if they're coming backwards, right, so going back like the words going forward, forcing them to move back, then it's called l'accent grave, grave accent. The acute and the grave, there's a little mnemonic device I have for this. I don't know why I just start spewing off at the mouth with these things, but there's a mnemonic device that I used back in undergraduate to remember these things. If they're going forward, then you think of that as the épée going forward or the sword going forward. And it would create an acute wound, right? You know, it would be acute. It certainly would be chronic at that point, so it's going forward. And if it's going backwards, you imagine that pointing towards you, and that could be a grave wound, or l'accent grave. So, there's your French diacritical lesson for the year. You can get that on another channel. Okay, popular video conferencing app is Zoom. Tart treat's gonna be lemon something. I guess that could be lemonade or maybe a lemon bar or lemon that couldn't be dropped. Just for grins and giggles. A lemon bar? You feel good about lemon bar? Okay, well, Shotzi says lemon bar. Survey says, well, we're gonna find out. Well, Bob's gonna let us know. Bob is going to let us know. Cheese with a white rind, 4 letters. I know it starts with a B. It's my favorite. I wonder if Shotzi can remember this one. Cheese with a white rind, 4 letters starting with a B. B, 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 B.
Like blue? No. That's the sound of wine, right?
Camembert. Like the equivalent to that would be brie.
Oh, yeah, brie.
You don't eat it, so
I
I'm
don't
so
eat cheese.
you don't eat cheese. But you eat it if it's melted.
Yes.
Like wine in aged casks. I don't know. That's. I don't know what that is. Let's see. Encumbers with down, maybe bogs. Okay, we got a pretty simple Wednesday. Maybe I'm speaking too soon, but maybe this is oaky, as in like wine aged in casks. Well, it's oaky. Sheer delight. Ugh. Is this an L? Light-hearted refrain. I guess it could be like a tra-la-la or I don't know. Let's just try that. La. Put a T in for grins and giggles here. So maybe we got glee. Sheer delight is glee. Well, when I think of glee, I think of the stupid singing club in high school. Fish thought to be named after a region in Italy. Oh, of course. I think we're talking about Sardinia. We're talking about sardines. But when I was last in Italy, when we were in Italy last, I remember I ordered sardines and anchovies with, I had steak tartare and escargot, and I wanted sardines and anchovies. And I asked if that was the case, Sardinia, and the response I received from our server was less than committed. Okay, Machu Picchu visitor. I don't really know. I'm assuming this is a hiker. I've not been to Peru. My sister's been. She's planning on taking me at some point, but I have a feeling you have to hike up a pretty good ways when you get there. Now, this is a Kevin Fowler song. If these old walls could talk, I'd be a sad man, I think. Zeros in soccer are nils. So, Nicholson and Nicholas. Oh, okay, this is where we're going to start getting tricky here. One-eyed, I got one-eyed here. A little bit could be a dot, a dab, a jot. I can't think of anything. A tad. So tad, dot, jot, dab. I don't know. We don't know yet. Next one's on me. Don't know. Relatives of custard apples. Is this a P? Gooey sandwiches, informally, yeah. I think these are PBJs. Wouldn't be BLTs, because they're not really gooey. I mean, yeah, you might have melted cheese, but you might not. But it's more of a crunchy sandwich to me, or a textured sandwich. Incidentally, the best sandwich in the world is one that somebody else makes for you. Okay, there's your sandwich lesson for the day. Chip dip, I'm going to go with salsa. By the way, I make a mean salsa. Snack whose name comes from the Quechua for dried meat. And I know this one. This is jerky. And the boss, formed familiarly. The boss. Thinking Chris Christie for some reason. That was probably because he was on the cover of Time magazine, and it was literally titled The Boss. Maybe it's Bruce, as in Bruce Springsteen. Okay, now we got relatives of custard apples. Oh no, let's see. Surface calculation to be an area. Knitter's stitch is a pearl. By the way, that's the only one I know. I know there's like hundreds of them, it seems. It's the only one I know is pearl because of crosswords. I think this is papaya, but oh, okay, I get it. Nicholson and Nicholas, one-eyed jacks, because each last name has one eye. So, okay, maybe that's right. We'll see. We got a J here, so that gives me the feeling that it's a jot. Next one's on me. I guess I owe ya. So they're using that more or less antiquated spelling of papaya in papaws. Haven't seen that in years. Okay, here we go again. Soren Kierkegaard and Chris Isaac. Okay, 1, 2, 3 E's, none in Chris Isaac. We've got 2 A's together in Kierkegaard. Oh, and we got 2 A's together in Chris Isaac. So what that is, I haven't got a clue though. That's not helping. Persephone's lover. Ah, yes. And and he was a baby boy gifted to her to look after, I think by Aphrodite, or was it Athena? I can't remember. Anyway, so she falls in love with this boy child, and he gets older and becomes very beautiful or something like that. I don't know. I'm not as up on my mythology as I wish I was. She was, but she fell in love with Adonis. I'm fairly certain. Watch me have egg on my face here. I know all. I mean, I'm not a professor of mythology. Well, we don't know if it is or not. I'm just saying that's what I think. Okay, a Seine send-off. Seine send-off. So that's in France. I think it's its second longest river. We know from yesterday that it's the Loire is the longest. The Seine send-off. So I guess instead of bon voyage, it's going to be adieu. Adieu. So literally, go with God. The Germans have a similar phrase. Well, it's not similar. It's a completely different phrase, but it means go with God, and it's Grüß Gott. Grüß Gott. And that's here in Bavaria and in Austria where you hear that a lot. I had not heard it much at all ever when I was in southwest Germany. Unhappy fate. Yeah, D in 4 letters. You thinking dooms? Dooms. That seems kind of... this looks like double up here, though. So maybe double A's. But it's a long... I don't know. Let's see. We're going to keep double there. Got 2 A's. Unhappy fates. Can you go ahead and put it in, though? I think it's lazy. Little bits. Okay, some more small little ones. We got iotas. Qatari dignitary. Of course, is an emir. And... oh, what's the use? And what is this right here? A convex navel. That's an Audi. An outie. Okay, be nuts about. Pig out. Pig out. Nom, nom, nom. Provide resources for... I don't know. Kaput. That might be done. Done for kaput. Broncos and explorers. Forwards. Constellation named for a mythical ship. That is, of course, Jason's mythical ship. The Argo. And it's... what did I write in? Try to write in Jason. Jason and the Argonauts. Got some more good mythology happening here. Provide resources for us, probably then to endow. I haven't had a good solid thrashing from a crossword puzzle in months now. I'm really ready to get some crazy stuff going out of these things. Pig out looks like gorge. That would have never been... what do we got up here now? Syrian Kierkegaard and Chris Isaac, double A gents. Double A gents. Okay, double A gentlemen. All right, that's clever. I needed that. I needed at least clever. We're not gonna have challenging. Percy Shelley and Billy Ray Cyrus. We got. I guess each got 3 names. I mean, what else are we gonna do with 3 blanks and an EE? I guess this would be 3. Let's see. And most of Nebraska looks like it's going to be farmland. My light's directly in my face here because, I don't know, we're having lighting issues today. So I'm kind of creeping around this thing. Let's see. Taunting laugh. It's going to be like a ha or a har. No, it wouldn't be har. Har's not har. That's not taunting. More succinct. The only thing I can think of with a T is terser. I can't think of anything else. I don't know. Let's get out of this corner so I don't have to keep ducking around this light. Second number on a pants tag is the inseam. I wouldn't have been so fast on that one. It would have taken me a second to put that in my head, but at least I had, 3 letters out of 6 to go with. Henry VIII and Hubert H. Humphrey. Oh, no idea. Poker declaration. It's either I'm out or I fold. Henry VIII and Hubert H. Humphrey. I kid you not. It's probably going to be no lie. By the way, somebody tells you, seriously, no lie. It's probably a lie. Sorry, not sorry. Stadium sounds. Okay. Ole, 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 ole. Club soda garnish is going to be a lime. Now make sure you drink your apple cider vinegar before having that lime in that club soda. It will spike your glucose. It will spike it. Spiking it. You don't want to spike it. You want to spike the football. You can't do that if you got diabetes. So don't spike your glucose. I fold then. I guess it's I fold. The yearling in the 1939 Pulitzer winner, the yearling is a deer. And sorry, not sorry. Sue me? What do we got here? What is this? 4H. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 H's in these. This is just child's play. Okay. Falco of Nurse Jackie, of course. I think she got her start in Medicine Man, which we were watching recently. I mean, she might have done something before that, but that Edie Falco was in that movie. Then I think she went to The Sopranos after a couple of other movies, but and I don't think I've ever seen an episode of Nurse Jackie. Some summer libations are going to go with AIDS. And birthplace is going to be a dock. That lines up with desk. And what do we got here? Dorothy to M is, of course, okay, good, niece. And then a new wing. Good thing we had those downs there because I literally would have put an annex on that. It's an add-on. And that might have had me sitting there for a while trying to figure out why I couldn't get name that becomes another name when the first letter is dropped. Didn't work with an X, and that's what it would have happened to me. But this is almost always Irene. In fact, I don't know what else it would be when you have an N-E at the end. So it looks like Henry VIII and Hubert H. Humphrey are 4-H leaders. And I grew up most of my childhood in rural Texas and rural Oklahoma. And I was a member of 4-H, and I was also a future farmer of America. Look at this manicure. Do you believe it? I wouldn't believe it, but it's true. It's true because I didn't say no lie. Target of a 1917 uprising would be the Tsar. Least experienced, no idea. Perry Shelley and Billy Ray Cyrus. I mean, 3 wise men? Three wise? I mean, it's got 3 names each. Is that it? I don't get it. I'm not gonna put that in yet. I don't know what that is. Ratskeller offerings, informally. Well, Ratskellers. It's a German name, and it means a basement bar. We got a ton of them. But I think they're like worldwide. I mean, they're all over, even Texas. You always see Ratskeller. So, but they offer beers and. That would fit, but sorry about my phone going off like that. I should normally keep that off. Ratskeller offering. Well, all I know is it's an underground bar, so we'll have to see what it is. Word after ring or after true. NCIS error. Never seen a single episode. I don't ever want to see a single episode, but I know it's CBS. And who might call French fries chips, I guess would be a Brit. And we gotta see. Cardiologist insert is a stent. Snacks, bites. Least experienced. I don't know. Overworked would be trite or hackneyed. Word after ring or after true. I guess that's crime. I mean, it's got Shotzi written all over it. She's all about that true crime crap. I'm telling you. Yeah, three wise men here, and that means that the least experience is the rawest, and that makes our Ratskeller offerings informally brewskis. That's... I could be wrong about that, but it feels like it's right. It's a terribly placed light today. I'm like ducking around. No, I'm not thinking I'm in the CIA or anything here. Wedding words, I do. Maybe, let's see, I gotta check that. Bar that gets smaller and smaller. Maybe a soap bar. I can't think of anything else. Frog, transformer. I guess it's like kissing the frog, turning it into a prince or something. Sticky stuff. Maybe sap. What do we got here? Something to bat around. Let's bat around this idea. Okay, so I'm thinking sap and soap. So what do we got here, though? Domain of SpongeBob SquarePants. Okay. And sap. Okay, so I mean, some of this felt too easy, and I also felt like I was getting a little too arrogant on a couple of turns. So let's just hope for the best here. But how do we do, Bob? Oh, I need to actually finish it. How do we do, Bob? You know, if we got anything out of this today, we at least learned 2 of the 4 French diacritics, right? Which is great, and they're the ones that matter the most, right? So remember, l'accent aigu, you're talking about the acute, and then l'accent grave is coming backwards on the E, and we'll go into others later when they pop up, I guess, and I remember to go through them. But there's only 4 of them anyway. It's not that terribly awful. The really cool one, though, is the cedille, but I think we say in anglicized pronunciation is cedilla, right? That's your little C. It's got this little curly Q on the bottom, and it tends to denote a hard C versus a soft C. But I look at it more like it's almost going to be like it's going to precede an S sound, right? So though we say the carte, right? You know, to talk about like the coast, you know what I mean? It's an easy little mnemonic device to use to say, it's the coast, and then whatever coast you're on. So, again, fun stuff today. If you get a chance, get yourself a tiger keg. It is really amazing. I just mix up the Frangelico and the coffee. I got about a 50-50 mix in here, and put it in the refrigerator for a couple of days. It'd be super cold, and then charge it twice with the CO2, and man, it comes flying out of there. Well, you saw the video. No lie. All right. As always, learn it in every language you can. Auf Wiedersehen, au revoir, arrivederci, adios, aloha, ciao, shalom, masalamati, annyeong, hiaseo, and see you next time. Cheers.